Hello, people. Hope you're having a good day. I'm Chris, here to talk to you today about meditation. Again, this time we're going to do a little bit on moving meditations. These are ones that tend to be easier for people who say that they can't meditate. So, what is it that makes a moving meditation? Generally, you might think Tai Chi. That would be a typical moving meditation. Um, Meditative walking, where you bring your awareness to every step. It's actually a really good meditation to do if you do walk rather than just letting your head run away with you. You can start focusing on the feeling of the ground under your feet, the sounds, the smells, your breath, overall, what's going on in your body. It helps you to become more aware of your gait. And one of the greatest tips out there, when you're walking, this is called glide walking. It's just an element from it. There's more to it. If you ever want to look it up, it's a fantastic system. But when you walk, make sure you engage your butt muscles when you walk. You want to fire your glutes. It helps to stretch some other muscles in your body and actually does really good stuff for your entire body. Internal organs, diaphragm, helps to mobilize the pelvis. That also helps to balance the bones in the skull. So, if you're walking and you're being kinesthetically aware, which would be aware of your body, you're actually doing a lot of great health benefits physically. You're also pulling yourself out of your head and into the present moment. So that's a very powerful moving meditation, and it's doing something you probably already do every day. So I don't have time no longer becomes an excuse. I don't know how is also not an excuse. I'm a very big fan of knocking excuses out because every day when I'm speaking with people, we'll address the simplest things. We'll go into what they want. And what we have run into every time is, well, I can't because, or that's not going to work because, or I've tried that before, and there's always stories involved. The fact is, when you're ready, you can. You know, when you're learning to ride a bicycle, every time up until the time you rode it is, well, every time I get on a bicycle, I fall. That's true, until you don't. So, that commitment, that presence, that desire, all of those play in very, very strongly for you to be able to succeed at this. Why do you want to succeed? If you're watching this video, you're probably looking for something. The answer is within. So the more you're able to cultivate that stillness within, the more present you are. So much of what we do is what would be called distraction. We pull ourselves outside of our being in order to not have to be present with ourselves. So I don't want to sit with my own thoughts, so I'm going to turn on the TV. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to go out drinking. I'm going to fill in the blank. All of those pull us outside of ourselves to the point now where we don't even know who we are because we've never sat with ourselves and allowed ourselves to sink in. It's a lot. You're a beautiful person and you've been afraid to see that. You know, I was speaking with a friend who is really on this path. She's absolutely fantastic human being and she teaches me so much. And I was speaking with her, we're on the phone, and she's telling me a lot of things have come up that reminded her of stuff that she didn't love about her past. And it's all come up recently. And I'd said that sounds, I've had that happen. And it's interesting the way life gives you your shadow work, gives you those things that we haven't really faced. It's like when I started out, I'd be, doing a meditation like, okay, I'm going to find where my fear is, where this is. And now I realize, oh, it all just comes right up in life, right in my face. And I can either address it or I can try to push it down the road and it's just going to be harder down the road. Learn that the hard way too. So, I'm talking with her, and she's telling me about, because she also says that she's a good, she's a good manifester, this and that. Um, but beneath it, there was also this undertone where she doesn't really trust herself. Because of the stuff that she says she's done, she exercises poor judgment, she's going to cause problems. So, right there, we are the creators, we are the creator. Paradox, you could take whichever one you prefer. Right there is that belief system, though. I am flawed. What I create will hurt me or others. What I create is flawed. So it's going to hamstring any attempt that we have to create positively, to create authentically. I don't really want to go with positive because that implies, by the creation of positive, it implies the creation of negative. But to create, to be in abundance, there's going to be that fear of your own power, of my own power, because I am afraid of what lies under the surface. And that's why it's really a beautiful journey to get to know ourselves, to get to know the inner creator. So we're fully back to moving meditations. Moving meditation could be something as simple as I said, walking. But if you like playing tennis, that can do it. You just put yourself into that flow state, whatever movements, running. The key is with any of these is to really maximize that time to being in a still mind. So you have a moving body, but you're going to go for the still mind. So you can't start thinking about what you have to do tomorrow or in a month or in a year. You're not planning your home redecoration in the middle of a tennis game. As you know, you will have a terrible match if your mind isn't in it. So competitive sports or even solo sports, any activity, when you have your best performance is when you're present. So that's going to drive you to being present. So you can begin to really cultivate that state of presence while you're moving. If you're doing the walking, you can even incorporate breath work of sorts. Breath in for 4 steps, breath out for 4 steps. Or you could do in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. There's a million other ones to do. Those are very simple ones you can integrate. And by bringing your breath into that, you're getting an even deeper level of presence, mindfulness, and being. So that's moving meditations for today. Have a wonderful day.